Hey guys! Welcome to my channel! Today I'm going to be reading from the Am I the Asshole subreddit. So let's jump into it. So, things escalated. I got an official fine, $250 for non-compliant lawn ornamentation. I refuse to pay, I said, until the flamingo comes down. Gary stays up. They threatened legal action. I consulted a lawyer. Turns out, the HOA as bylaws are vague and selectively enforced. So I sent a formal dispute letter. Asked for a hearing. They denied it. So I stopped paying my HOA dues entirely until they addressed the double standard. Now they're threatening a lien on my house. My friends say I'm being petty. My lawyer says I'm making a point. My neighbors are split. So, Reddit, Aita, for refusing to pay the HO. A fine. Okay, so a little more information. The neighborhood was built in the 1980s and has a very strict HOA. There's a lot of old people here, and most of them have lived in their homes for decades. Most of the homes look pretty much the same. The same color, the same everything. You can't even park your car in the driveway if it's a nan or a hinel color. This all started about a year ago when we moved in. We are a young family with 3 kids, and we like flamingos. So before moving in, I ordered 6 large flamingos, 3 per yard. The HOA president called me and told me that I had to remove them or I would get fined. I asked if there were any rules against them, and he said no. So I told him that they were staying. He then informed me that I would receive a letter. I figured it was just a warning, but instead, it was a fine. My wife and I pay our HOA dues every month. But now I'm curious what else they'll try and fine us for. So I installed a basketball hoop, which is against the rules. Then I put up Christmas lights, way too many Christmas lights, including spotlights on the roof to make them brighter. Apparently. I also put up a nativity scene and an inflatable Santa. The HOA president said that I was trying to push the limits and that if I did and knock it off, they'd fine me again. I took down all the decorations, packed up the flamingos, and put them in storage. 3 weeks later, I took the basketball hoop down and returned it to the manufacturer. And just as I finished putting away the last box, I saw the HOA president walking by. I asked him if I was clear to put the flamingos back up, and he said yes, but only if I took the basketball stuff down. I asked why, and he said that the basketball hoop was a safety hazard. I said that I took it down. So what was he worried about? He said that I wouldn't take it down for the winter and leave the pole up. So I agreed to his terms. I put the flamingos back up and left the basketball stuff in the basement. One day this winter, I noticed that one of the flamingos was missing. I checked with my neighbors, and they said that they hadn't seen anything. So I went to talk to the HOA president. He told me that I had to remove the remaining flamingos, because the one that was taken was unit anchored properly and could have blown into the street. I told him that I'd fix the one that was loose, and that I'd be happy to anchor the rest of them, but that I didn't want to remove them altogether. He said that I'd have to do it anyway, or I'd be fined another $250. I asked how much it would be to buy back my flamingo, and he said that they were UNN for sale. So I told him that until the flamingo comes down, Gary stays up. He seemed surprised by this, but he told me that I should expect a visit from animal control, because they had received complaints about the odor. I laughed and hung up. The next day, I got a certified letter saying that I was being fined another $250 for non-compliant lawn ornamentation. I called to ask for clarification, and the president told me that they were considering further action, including placing a lien on my house. I talked to my wife and decided to push it. I wrote a formal dispute letter asking for a hearing. The HOA board president told me that they weren't doing hearings. I asked why, and he said that I was trying to waste their time. He said that I could submit a written appeal, but I knew that it would go nowhere. So I just stopped paying my HOA dues and waited for them to come after me. It took about a month, but finally I got a letter saying that they were placing a lien on my house for non-payment of dues. I called the president and told him that I would be paying until they addressed the double standard in the community. He said that I should expect a lawsuit, so I told him not to bother because I already sued them. Alright, so our final line is from a user, Laita. For sure. You have broken the rules, and the HOA has every right to enforce the rules against you. and it's not their job to cater to your family's preferences. Besides, you aren't even punishing the right people. The people who have been there for years and made the rules are still there. You are only hurting the newcomers, who will be leaving soon, and the long-term residents, who deserve peace. If you don't like the rules, sell your home and move somewhere else. Honestly, OP, I think you know that you're being petty. But you're looking for validation in the form of Reddit, telling you that you're not.